شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. وقال تعالى: يضل به كثيرا ويهدي به كثيرا وما يضل به إلا الفاسقين الذين ينقضون عهد الله من بعد ميثاقه ويقطعون ما أمر الله به أن يوصل ويفسدون في الأرض أولئك هم الخاسرون. صدق الله العظيم. My dear respected brothers and elders, and the sisters who are listening, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us a very blessed month. It's a month where the mercy and the rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala descends. And it's a month to gain from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to gain from the treasures of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's a month of the Quran, where as much as possible we should try and recite the Quran. It's a month in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent down the Quran. And it's a month in which our pious recited the Quran in abundance. If you read the lives of our pious, they're not just only 1 juz or 2 juz a day, but there have been those who have, from amongst our Salaf Salihin and our ulama, where 1 Quran daily, 30 juz daily. It is famous about Imam Shafi'i rahimahullah and Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah. 1 Quran during the day, 1 Quran during the night. By the end of the month of Ramadan, they would have completed at least 60 recitations of the Quran. So this is the month of the Quran, and it's a month to gain from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. However, if we do certain things, then unfortunately we become deprived of the rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Just like when we are prescribed medicine, sometimes we are told to take certain medications, but then sometimes we are also told to beware and also take precautionary measures that avoid this, avoid this, avoid this. Otherwise, the treatment or the medication will not work. Similarly, this is a month in which we increase in our a'mal. We try and get from the treasures of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But certain things we need to stay away from. Otherwise, we become deprived of the mercy and the rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the month of the Quran. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions regarding the Quran, يُضِلُّ بِهِ كَثِيرًا وَيَهْدِي بِهِ كَثِيرًا. With the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guides many. Many people get guidance, hidayah from the Quran. Many people are also misguided from the Quran, from the Quran as well. Many people are also misguided. So we have to be very careful that we are not from those who get misguided, but rather we get guided with the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions a few of the traits of those people who get misguided. وَمَا يُضِلُّ بِهِ إِلَّا الْفَاسِقِينَ. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala misguides using the Quran who? The fasiqeen, the sinners. Sometimes fasiqeen also comes in the meaning of kafirin, the disbelievers. But general meaning, those who commit sin, they are misguided. Further, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala elaborates, الَّذِينَ يَنْقُضُونَ عَهْدَ اللَّهِ مِنْ بَعْدِ مِيثَاقِهِ. That those who break the strong covenant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What is the strong covenant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? We all know that before we were sent into this world, our ruh, our soul, was gathered in a place called Alam Arwah, the realm or the worlds of the souls. All the souls were there, whether believing souls, whether disbelieving souls. All the souls were gathered. All the souls which were going to come into this world, Before they come into this world, they were gathered over there. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took a promise, took a covenant. Alastu bi rabbikum? Am I not your Rabb? Am I not your Lord? Each and every single soul, each and every single ruh said, Bala. But of course, O Allah, you are our Lord, you are our God, you are our Creator. Everybody confessed that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the Rabb. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent us into this world to test us. That, do we still abide by that confession? Or then do we break that? Or do we go against our confession? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent us into this world. So the disbelievers, they broke that ahd, which they made. They broke that promise, which they made in alam al-arwah. And they started believing in other things. Or na'udhu billah, completely, disbelieving in Allah. So alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us iman. And that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this dunya has given us a chance to keep up with that covenant. But now in this dunya we believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We say, we confess, we do iqrar. And we also firmly believe with our heart that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is our Rabb. But is that it? That we just say it with our tongue and believe it within our heart? This is also something great. He will save us from the fire of Jahannam. But is this enough? By bringing iman, we are agreeing, or we are saying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, oh Allah, I am gonna obey each and every single one of your commands. And I'm going to follow the teachings of the Prophet which you sent to us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent us the greatest Prophet, Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So not only just saying I am a Muslim, I believe in Allah, I believe in Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. But now we need to live it. We need to live it. That's keeping up with the promise, the ahd that we have made to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we carry on sinning, and we break the ahd, the promise that we have made to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then this month of the Quran, where we'll be reading the Quran, we'll be listening to the Quran, we'll be reading and listening to the tafsir and the meaning of the Quran. Let it not be that we move further away from the Quran instead of getting closer. Why? Because we are disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Secondly, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions وَيَقْطَعُونَ مَا أَمَرَ اللَّهُ بِهِ أَن يُوصَلْ. That those relations, those ties or those bonds which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us to connect and to join, يَقْطَعُونَ, they break it. These people are also misguided from the Quran as well. Now let's sit and think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us to join ties of relation with our parents, with our brothers and sisters, with our children, with our aunties and uncles, with our cousins. But are we amongst those who have kept up those bonds of relation, those ties of relation? Or are we from those where we had an argument with someone, we don't get along with someone, so because of which we have broken? Even though they may be our auntie, our uncle, our brother, sometimes even with our own parents, we stop talking to them. And we need to understand the importance of our relations, of our relatives, our parents especially. رضا الرب في رضا الوالد. That the pleasure and the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is within the pleasure of the father. If the father is pleased with us, it is hoped that inshallah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will also be pleased with us. وَسَخَطُ الرَّبِّ فِي سَخَطِ الْوَالِدِ. And if our father is displeased with us, May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will also be displeased with us. Once a Sahabi asked Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that what are the rights of the parents? Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam didn't give a long list that you need to do this. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam very simply said, they are either your Jannah or your Jahannam. Your parents, you're asking about rights, what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing. Understand it this way, that your parents, they are either your Jannah or your Jahannam. If you fulfill the rights of your parents, then inshallah this will be a means for you entering into Jannah. And if your parents are displeased with you, and you disobey them, you don't fulfill their rights, then this will be a means for you going into Jannah. Rights of the parents. Once a person asked, they had carried their mother a long distance, and he carried the mother on his shoulders and took her to the haram, then tawaf, and then asked one Sahabi that have I fulfilled the right of my mother? The Sahabi replied, when your mother was given birth to you, you have not even fulfilled the right of one scream that she made while giving birth to you, let alone everything else. Right of the mother. Again, a Sahabi asked Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that, who should I show my kindness to? Who should I show my love, affection the most to? Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam replied, your mother. He said, okay, who's next? Who's after that? Again, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Ummuk, your mother. Third time the Sahabi asked, third time again the reply was, your mother. The fourth time the Sahabi asked, then Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, your father. Three times Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned mother, then father. Fourth time father. The ulama they mentioned is because mother goes through three difficulties which no other woman goes through for you. She carried you in her stomach for 9 months. Your father didn't carry you in your stomach, in his stomach. No other woman carried you in her stomach. Your mother carried you for 9 months in her stomach. Only a woman knows what difficulty she goes through when carrying that child in her stomach. Then the second difficulty, the difficulty of labor and giving birth. Probably the worst pain to go through, birth. Your mother went through that for you. No other woman went through that. And then after that, feeding you and nursing you, where the whole routine of the mother changes. Her eating, drinking, sleeping all revolves around this child. She cannot eat when she wants to eat. She sits down to eat. She's about to put the morsel into her mouth. The baby is crying. She postpones her food. No, now I need to give attention to my child. She lies down to go to sleep. Just about falls asleep. The baby cries. She gets up, gives attention to the child. Then, almost in the beginning, almost every hour, she has to give attention to the child. She cannot leave the child alone. Just about falls asleep, needs to get up. Just about falls asleep, needs to get up. She wants to do something, she has to hurry up so that she can get back in time for the child. Who went through this? The mother. 3 difficulties which the mother went through, which no other woman went through for you. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned mother 3 times. That you show your kindness, your obedience, and your love and your attention to your mother 3 times more than your father, than the rest of your relatives. And then other relatives as well. It is said that the mother's sister, the khala, she is like the mother. Once a person had committed a sin, so then he wanted to be forgiven. He came to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam asked to the nearest meeting, is your mother alive? He said, no. He said, is your khala alive? Your mother's sister alive? He said, yes. He said, go and serve her, do her khidmah. And inshallah your sin will be forgiven. Al-khalatu bimanzilati al-um. Your mother's sister is like your mother. We also give respect to her as well. Sometimes it happens, that the sisters, they don't get along for whatever reason. But that's no excuse for us to be ill-tempered or bad-mannered towards our aunt. That's between them. We should try our best that they reconcile, make dua for them. But this doesn't mean that we mistreat our aunt. But then sometimes our father and his brother, they don't get along. Our uncle, they don't get along. That doesn't mean that we mistreat our uncle. That's between them. We also show respect to them. Now it could be that our parents have passed away. They are no longer alive. And even then, we can still show kindness towards our parents. How is that? We make dua for them. We make dua for them that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showers His mercy. We should be making dua for them in this world anyway. But we make dua that Allah showers His mercy upon them. We do istighfar for them. And then, those people whom your father used to have a good relationship with, a good connection with, he used to be on good terms with, and he should show kind treatment towards. But we also show kind treatment towards those people as well. We also show kind treatment towards those people. And then those relatives who are related to us through our parents, we carry on being kind to them even after the death of our parents. And even then we can still carry on showing kindness to our parents, even though they're in their grave. And one last thing, if they had made any promises, then we try and fulfill those promises as well. So if they wanted to do something, or they used to help someone during their life, if we can, we also try and carry on in this world as well, in this dunya. Then generally, being kind to relatives, those who are kind to relatives and do good to relatives, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increases their sustenance in this world. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increases their life in this world, gives barakah in their life. Today, we want plenty of money, we want a long life. The secret is not in multivitamins. The secret is not investing in this business and that business. The secret is in be good to your relatives. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give barakah in your life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give barakah in your wealth. Allah will give you from things and means where you cannot even imagine. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give. Relations, Rahim, is from the word Rahmah or Rahman, the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That those who join ties of relationship, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will shower His Rahmah upon these people. And those who break ties, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will deprive such people. So again, going back, I was mentioning about this is the month of the Quran, and we should try and benefit from the Quran as much as possible by reading the Quran as much as possible, trying to understand the Quran. The lectures and the programs that we have, majority of the time the ulama, obviously they don't talk from their pocket, they talk from Quran and Hadith, which is the meaning of the Quran. So don't think, by sitting in such programs, it's a waste of time. No, it's a chance for us to understand the Quran. It's a chance for us to understand Deen. It's a chance for us to understand Hadith. It's not always that you need to go, to a madrasa or to a darul ulum, or go to a sheikh and spend time Obviously, ideally, a person who can sacrifice that much time, they should go and obviously learn from the ulum of the Quran and ulum of the Hadith. But not all of us has that opportunity. So now these are the opportunities for us, for the general public. These are our opportunities to understand what the Quran is saying, and to benefit from the Quran. That we participate in such programs, whatever programs happen, especially during the month of Ramadan. MashaAllah, the masajid, they increase in the programs so people they can benefit. One way of benefiting from the Quran is to participate. And the way you will come into our life, whatever we listen to, is that, like I said, there are some precautionary measures. But one of the things is that we try our best to be obedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We stay away from the disobedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And also, we join ties of relationship. Let it not be, sometimes what happens is because of a sin, there's a barrier. We are blocked from the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are blocked from obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are blocked from doing a'mal, from doing good deeds which will lead us into Jannah. So if something has happened in the past, and we are not on terms with our relatives, this is the time that we lower ourselves. We make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives us, and then we should humble ourselves, turn to our relatives, that look, this is the best month, whatever has happened between us, please, I ask you, I beg you, forgive me. If there's anything I can do, then within my means, inshallah, I will try and do. And if we have taken up somebody's rights, sometimes it happens, we take up somebody's rights, we take up somebody's land and property, return it to them. Don't worry, you won't be poor. Think about the promise in the hadith that whoever joins ties of relationship, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give barakah in their life and in their wealth. Inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you much more. Sometimes it happens, unfortunately, sometimes we may have unlawfully taken somebody possessions. This is the time to return and to ask for forgiveness and lower yourself. Man tawada'a lillah rafa'ahu Allah. Whoever lowers themselves for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will elevate that person. Allah will give izzah and respect to that person. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the tawfiq and ability to practice upon this. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillah.